Dr. Ali Irani sir is a renowned and honored personality in the field of physiotherapy. His proficiency is highly sought after in the sports world. He is the head of Department Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center at Nanavati Super Speciality Hospital, Mumbai. He is the chairperson, International Affairs, Indian Association of Physiotherapists. He is also the principal at Nmims University. His professional qualifications include Bachelor in Physiotherapy from MS University, Baroda, PhD in Sports Medicine, PhD in Anatomy of Body Movement and Dance from Bombay University, also a Doctor of Physiotherapy from NUMS, Spain. He has an extensive experience working with professional athletes at state and national level. He was the physiotherapist for Indian cricket team and has served for a very long period from 1987 to 1997. He has dealt with many niggling health issues of the cricketers. He has also helped several famous Bollywood celebrities recover from serious injuries. He is the member board of studies at Nmims University. He has worked as a researcher at Bombay Hospital from 1985 to 1986. He has presented papers on knee mobility, backache, hematome for frozen shoulder, fitness and sports injuries at various national and international conferences, and has held various workshops on physiotherapy and sports medicine at various physiotherapy and medical colleges. He has conducted a workshop for the Iranian Physiotherapy Association in 2004 and again in February 2005. He had set up Physiotherapy and Rehabilitation Center in Bhuj, Gujarat for the earthquake victims. He is the examiner and the lecturer for students of Masters of Fine Arts Dance in Bombay University. He is the PhD guide at various universities in India. He has given lecture on disaster management along with holding rural physiotherapy camps. He was awarded with Hitra Oration Award in 1994 for achievements made in the field of physiotherapy. He also has Lifetime Achievement Award by Indian Association of Physiotherapy in 2004. He was awarded Fellowship by Indian Association of Sports Medicine in 2005. He was awarded Fellowship by Indian Association of Physiotherapists in 2005. He got the Best Citizen of Indian Award in 2011 and has the Best Physiotherapist Award in Indian from Medscape in 2014. He is the patron member of Indian Association of Physiotherapists. He is the life member of Indian Association of Sports Medicine. He is the Vice President of Bombay District Sports Medicine Association. He is also the Vice President of Bombay Suburban Amateur Athletic Association. He is a member of Gujarat Physiotherapy Council as well as Maharashtra OTPT Council.
Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to the Dr. Niraj show. We will be having Dr. Ali Irani sir in just a short time. We'll be starting about the fitness. It is going to be a wonderful session with Dr. Ali Irani sir. He's going to teach us the different perspectives of the fitness and how we can take care of particular fitness of our clients, being a physiotherapist, and ourselves as well. I would like to welcome Dr. Ali Irani sir. Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, we can listen to you. Hello.
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 Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Sir, welcome to the show. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah. Sir, without any delay, we can start your lecture, sir, please.
Coming on my first slide.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope I'm audible to all. And again, come back to today's topic. Very interesting for physiotherapists and any layman, any person watching this. I'm going to talk on fitness. Whole idea of fitness was few days back I took a lecture on sports medicine, and if you'll remember, in that I had shown general fitness and sports specific fitness. So the section for the sportsman I had spoken, but the section of a normal human being, layman, we are going to talk today. See, as a physiotherapist, we are treating all type of patient, neurological, back problem, neck problem, knee problem. There's one question that arises to the patient. They start understanding that they are not fit. And the question arises if they ask a physiotherapist, I know I'm not fit, but I want to get fit now. So today I'm going to tell you, define what is fitness, how we get unfit, why we get unfit, then what are the solutions available, how we select, how we go about with it. At the end, we will discuss what is the right way to start. We all have some problems. Are we all fit today? What are the parameters of fitness? What are the parameters of the right weight? So, today my fitness is not going to do with sports fitness. So we are going to be not talking about this super fitness when I talk about sports people. What I spoke last, this was required to be a thorough champion. But we had usually I take fitness first and then go for the sports. But because the topic was very hot and Niraj was very keen that I speak on sports, so I thought today I'll come down to the basic. It will help all the physiotherapists if they are not fit or the question is asked to them by their parents, by their patients, they should be able to answer. So let's define what is fitness. Today, almost 80% of the people have health problem, and I divide this into this problem that you are seeing. We can have all of it or at least one of it: high blood pressure, diabetic, neck problem, shoulder problem, back problem, knee problem, high cholesterol, and we all fit into having at least one of it. So, what has WHO defined it as? When your normal body weight crosses by 10%, right, beyond the skeletal and physical standard as a result of excessive accumulation of fat. Please understand, body cannot store anything other than fat. There's a limitation of protein, there's a limitation of carbohydrate, but fat, no problem. Any amount body can store fat. So in simpler terms, obesity can be described if your body weight is more than 10%, then your ideal weight. So now your question arises, what is the ideal weight? Very simple formula. So you have to take your height in centimeters and minus it by 100. Usually Indians are 150 to 170 centimeters, especially females are between 150 and 160 centimeters. So when you minus it by 105, for females, why 105? For females, it's always a question asked to me because we want the females to look better. Right? So male 100 will do, but female should be 105. For example, 175 centimeter minus 100, you should be 75 kg if you are a man, and 175 centimeter female should be minus 105, should be 70 kg for women. Of course, there are other machines like Footrex body fat analyzing machine, and you can do it manually also. So you come to know the body fat. So maybe you are very slim. You may be very slim, but your fat content could be high, especially as I had read it in Times of India long back, almost 6-7 years back. The highest number of fat content in state-wise, Gujarat was standing first. All were more than 32%. All. Right? So maybe because of the fried food that we eat, everything wagera we do and we have it. So, and puris that we eat, they don't prefer chapati. Chapati also they will put ghee on it, oil on it. This makes our fat content in our body much more. So what does this machine do? It takes your height, weight, exercises that you do, your age, puts it in, and we take a signal from the bicep or triceps, and it's fed in and it gives you the body fat content. We'll come to it, how much should be the right body fat content that your body should have. So does obesity happens overnight? No. Right? It's an evaluation. You have to go time. It's not overnight you don't, but gradually, yes. If you keep continuing the same. We'll come to the formulas, okay, how we calculate the, when you are eating, what should be the right calories you will be eating, how you will calculate it, we'll come to it. Simplest slide. Two close friends going to school together, and now they are both top bosses of police, but they cannot hug each other. Right? So it has not happened overnight. It has happened with a period of time. So talking about BMI, right? You know the formula now: height, weight on height square meter, right? So normally it should be from 18 to 23, 18.5 to 23. The males can go up to 23, but I prefer males to be at till 20 BMI, right? And once it crosses 27, we fall under the zone of obesity. How it starts? I always say overeating at home, because in India, when something remains at night, right? So the lady of the house puts it into your tiffin and gives you for next morning. So you do your best to finish it so that you don't take the same thing the next morning to your office. Then partying. Any party, if you see what is served during parties, there will be cashew nuts, fried cashew nuts, then pakodas, thing, right? Then I'm not going to talk about alcohol because anyhow Gujarat is alcohol free, so we are not going to talk on it. But in Mumbai and major cities, you have to find out what is served with alcohol, and we'll come to the next slide. What does alcohol do? So it's not exactly the alcohol that will make you put on weight. It's what you eat. Each cashew nut that is fried and given, it's very high in calories. Right? Each cashew nut, and then the spring rolls, the French fries, the vadas, the samosas. This is what increases the calorie content. And this is what I had clicked it in West Indies. It's a person who is alcoholic drunk and is sitting next to a statue and talking to the statue. So almost for 20 minutes we were with him, and we saw very nicely he's explaining his life and everything to this person, because he found a listener, somebody to listen to him. Now, what happens when you go between your meals to the fridge? Do we go down? There is a chamber down where vegetables and fruits are seen. We will never bend down to pick up anything from there. So what are you looking at fridge for? For chocolates, sweets, ice creams. So in between the meals, when you are having any of these things, they are high in calories. That's one of the reasons how you start putting on weight. And putting on weight is storing of fat. Storing of fat is getting converted into cholesterol. And cholesterol, we know that it's enemy number one of the toughest organ in the body. Heart is the toughest, working 24/7. Right? Even if you're asleep, the heart is working. You're running, the heart is working. You're working, the heart is working. So, but this heart was made for a specific area in your body. Suppose this heart was made for 70 kg, and when you become 90 kg, the heart has to pump more, right? So it's like nano car, 4 people can sit in it and go on the straight road. But if you're sitting in a nano car and you want to go uphill, right, it won't take, it takes its toll, it cannot go, right? A small pump which you have bought to send water on the first floor, if you are staying, same pump cannot be used to send water on the 4th floor. So our heart was made for specific kg of your body. When it exceeds, it becomes a problem, right? That's the start of heart giving you problem. And finally leading to angiography, angioplasty, or bypass surgery. Second place where excess weight comes on is the knee joint. 90% of our body weight is on the knee joint. If you see the knee joint, on your right, you will see the medial meniscus, the cushion between the two knee joints, right? And then on your left, you would be able to see that's the medial meniscus, if my cursor is right, and on the left is the lateral meniscus. Usually, if you go to see between that, it is 90% of the time it's a medial meniscus tear, and 10% will be lateral meniscus tear. And what you see here below the kneecap is the anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, and behind is the PCL, posterior cruciate ligament. Here, if you have to see the injuries, 95% of the time the ACL gets tear, and only 5% PCL gets tear. So the ACL is more injuries prone, and medial meniscus is more injuries prone. That's the reason why we find that more. Look here, what happens. We do. My biggest worry is the medial compartment has almost collapsed. What do we call it? A proper osteoarthritis with the medial compartment bombarded. Here the lateral is also bombarded. Now what happens? Every kilo that you will lose weight, you are offloading 4 kgs from the knee. The ratio is 1:4. The first thing any knee problem, what I tell them, start reducing weight. So if you reduce by 4 kgs, they have offloaded 20 kgs from the knee, and immediately they start feeling better. Right? So it's very important why I talk about weight as far as the patients are concerned. I always say, what is the right way to find out you are unfit? Right? So I say one of the measurement of the waist becomes very important. So I would say we should have a kamar and not a kamra. There are other signs for students who can want to know and want to get fit. These are the questions you can ask the parents about the children if they are not fit. Getting up early morning. When you get up in the morning, you don't feel like getting up is a sign of being unfit. You are irritable even with your best of friends. When you are irritable with your best of friends also is a sign that you are not fit. Yawning between classes and work, right? You feel tired, you feel sleepy, yes. That's again a sign of fitness. And the last sign of fitness is climbing steps. So make it a habit to climb 4 stories at least once a day. So when you climb 4 stories and you are not breathless, you don't go out of breath, you still can talk and you feel fine, you are fit. So by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail, said Benjamin. So we all should start knowing our body and find out where we are going wrong and start correcting ourselves. Let's define fitness. Fitness is an ability of a person to live a healthy and well-balanced life. It involves physical, social, as well as emotional aspect of life. Indian usually are very bad on the emotional aspect, right? Emotionally, especially the ladies, the tear is just behind the eyelid, ready to come anytime you say, right? So if you really want, we are talking about fitness, it's not only being your body weight being the right body weight you wanted, or the body composition being right, all your blood tests are coming normal. No, it's all three. One, your weight wise, you should be fine. You're living a well balanced life, right? So physically, you should be fine. You should be able to be flexible and be able to do most of the duties that you are supposed to do. Socially, when you meet people, you are not irritated. You don't feel like talking to them and all that socially, right? And emotional, so you are ready to cry anytime. So we need fitness in all these 3 categories. We had spoken, we have 2 types of fitness, health related and skill related. We did speak during sports medicine, everything was skill related. agility, balance, coordination, speed, and all that. So what we require in layman language for all of us should have is the health-related component. Good cardiovascular endurance, muscular flexibility, and the right body composition. When I say right body composition, it means your everything, your blood group, your hemoglobin, your iron content, your vitamin D3, B12. We'll talk on D3, B12 a lot if time permits, because now there's one of the best weapon that we have to see most of the patient not having it right. What are the 5 S of fitness? Stamina, strength, speed, skill, and again spirit. In spirit, again psychological and emotional well-being. We are very weak. Our sportsmen are also very weak in that. I say nothing is impossible. And impossible also means I am possible. 280 kgs in 2.5 years. Right? The right diet, the right exercise. But we love such type of things. Whether any pill is available to reduce your weight, whether we can cure arthritis instantly with some medicine, whether we can become a beauty queen by taking any cream, applying any cream, or taking any tablet. So we look for shortcuts, we look for advertisement, we look for the hoardings, we look for anything coming on the magazines and press to have a shortcut in getting beautiful and fit. I remember Sona started around 30 years back, which is to guarantee you will reduce half a kg per day. So you go to Sona, they have their own ways. So in what I want to explain, Sona will only take away your body fluid. Because after Sona, when you walk out, you want to drink a liter of Pepsi or Coke. Right? So only your body fluid you had lost, your body has got dehydrated, and you want to immediately drink. And not only plain water, you will start drinking Coke or Pepsi you're looking for. So when you come out of Sona, they weigh you, and literally you are 400 gram less, or you may be 1 kg less, depending on your body fat and body fluid content. But next day when you come, you are maybe more also. Right? So it was one of the technique of dragging people to Sona. Then came the aerobics. I feel from the time aerobics increase, our physiotherapist patient increase, because aerobics are supposed to be done on wooden floors, and then advanced aerobic came, the step aerobic came. So where on the first day, whatever your teacher was doing, you wanted to do the same thing. So the number of injuries as far as your ankle, knee, back started more, and so that's why I said when aerobics started, our patients increased. Yoga. Again, yoga I will divide into 3. We have the therapeutic yoga, right? We have the breathing yoga, and we have the spiritual yoga. So you have to select, you have to find out, you have to do some study on it, which one you are looking at, right? So again, don't just watch television and do whatever is being done there. Then Health Farm came from Jindal to Bangalore to Som in Som also is in Bangalore, White House near. Then we have many in Lonavala, Pune, near Ambe Valley. They're all over. From Shimla, in North there are many. So what does a health farm do? People, because they can't decide what to do, they are too lazy to do it. So they gather some of the family, friends, all of them gather together, and they decide to go to the health farm. So chalo, everybody gets fit. So you are there for 10 days, 12 days. You really reduce 3-4 kgs because you are on a strict diet. They don't give you what you want, and you are allowed to. You are supposed to do the walking, do the yoga. There's a massage session for you. So you enjoy. So you reduce 3 kgs, 4 kgs there, and by the time you come out, believe me, if you are in your car, you are looking for the first restaurant that will be providing you omelette or non-veg or the food that you want. So within a week, whatever you had lost comes back. So Health Farm also have failed in India as far as fitness is concerned. So it leaves a person confused. Everybody is confused. I want to get fit. I know I'm not fit. I know I've got problems, so I need to get fit. So should I go for yoga? Should I take pills? Should I go to a slimming center? Should I do aerobics? Should I do swimming? A lot of question arises in a person's mind. What is the right way of fitness? I believe that for any success, you need to sacrifice a lot. So success is very demanding. So you have to do whatever the demand is concerned. Very simple thing. In 1990s, the TVs were fat and we were slim. And now it has come to the technology of 2020. So from 2016 onward, if you see the television have got slimmer, and we have got fatter because everything is on remote. We refuse to stand up and change the channel also. You want to change the channel through the remote control, right? So we don't want to walk. We don't want to exercise. So this is one of the reason. And nowadays I have seen the Chinese remote fan. So through remote control, you can even increase or decrease the speed of your fan or on or off your fan. So idea is not to get up. How will we get fit? Learn to say no. Very difficult in Gujarat. You go to somebody's house, the tea will come with double sugar and they will get you some sweet. अरे पहली बार आओ तमे. So you will say नहीं हमारा diabetic. अरे पहली बार आओ ले लो. So they will. I always tell a story here. I had heard earlier days when somebody was very naughty in a village, somebody was very bad. So the village is to gather and get a motorcycle for him, buy a two-wheelers. So they were sure within 3 months he will go and bang somewhere and they'll get rid of him either with multiple fractures or he will die. But in today's world, if you have an enemy, call your enemy home every day and feed your enemy well with all the parathas, ghee, extra ghee, everything oily, fried. Because after a few months, the person will be busy with going to different doctors. He will have to see a diabetologist, a cardiologist, and an orthopedic surgeon, endocrinologist. He'll be keep running here and there to get himself with all the problem that he goes through. So please, the best thing, the fastest way is learn to say no. I'm not going to. So have a dream in your mind, have a vision in your mind, the way you are seeing now. So you want to get slim, and the best way is to learn to say no. So the ants walking around and a lollipop. See, the ants decided not to have a lollipop. So if ants can, why can't you? We should be able to say no on certain things when we want to eat or not to eat. Very important, we should commit ourselves what we are eating. I've seen people, you eat at home and then you come to the college or go to your workplace and you see food again. So you eat. So we believe that we don't know. Whatever you see food, you should eat food. That's our formula. But we don't. We have to start learning to find out, yes, I had my quota of my breakfast. I had my quota of my morning food. Now I'm supposed to have it in the afternoon, my lunch hours. Then again, after lunch, if something is given to you, find out whether you are balancing your diet, whether whatever calories you wanted, you had it. So that is important for you or not. Maybe not. Another simple example. You go to a petrol pump, you put petrol in your car or a scooter, and you go out. You see another petrol pump. Do you go and fill again? No, because there is a meter in your car or scooter. Scooter petrol gets over. Also, there is a reserve compartment, so you know you can reach the petrol pump. Car, the meter shows whether it is half water, how much, 5 liters left. And certain new cars show also how many kilometers you can go. So it shows. But the body also works in the same system. Once you have had food, it does not mean every time you see food, you should have it. You should program it. Yes, I'd had my calories. Breakfast was 1000 calories. I had it. My lunch is going to be 1200 calories. I had, or I can't have more. You have to program it. To program it, I want to break up the calories. I'm sure all of you know that 7,000 calorie is equal to 1 kg. So when you have eaten 7,000 calorie, it becomes 1 kg. And food is divided into 3 main ingredients. Whatever you eat, irrespective of whatever you are eating, veg, non-veg, whatever, is divided into 3 things: protein, fat, carbohydrates. So let's see gram-wise. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrate is 4 calories, but 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. Now, where does the fat come from? It can be in the cheese, it can be in butter, it can be in oil, it can be in ghee, right? And whatever is used to make sweets are made by one of this, right? So anything that you add for your cooking or making your food tasty is, if it has to do with fat, it's 2.5 times more high in calorie. Again, looking at fat, there are two types, non-visible and visible. So visible one is again ghee, butter, oil, cheese, whatever, and things that you add for cooking. And non-visibles are present in raw food, right, pulses and cereal. And if you are between veg and non-veg, if you are non-veg, they have fat content in it. You don't need to add it. And in veg, when we are making it, we have to be careful how we make it. So, who are our enemies? If I have to put it in one line for you, I say if anything that is tasty is high in calorie. Anything that is tasty is high in calorie. So look at the burgers, vadas, French fries, ice creams, faludas, pizzas. So in short, anything that is deep fried, anything that is tasty, in short, anything it is tasty, it has to be high in calorie. Another simple example, 2 potatoes is 100 grams. If you boil it, it is 100 calorie. You deep fry it, it is 380 calories. So 280 calories only comes from the oil, ghee or butter that you have used. People French fry in butter also, right? So anything that you with the media that you fry or cook it is very important. So a boiled potato, two boiled potato, 100 grams, 100 calorie. 2 potatoes, French fried in whatever oil, ghee, or butter, it's 380 calories. So you know from where the 280 calorie came. So that 280 every day, whenever it becomes 7,000, it becomes 1 kg. Now, studies have shown that if you reduce your cholesterol level by 10%, the risk of your heart attack reduces by 50%. Right? And we spoke earlier slide how cholesterol becomes one of the main source of attacking our heart. Friends, we don't like them. They are vegetables and fruits, right? So please have fruits seasonally. Every fruit has a different vitamin and mineral, and every vegetable has a different mineral and vitamins. So keep changing your vegetable seasonal wise. Don't stick if you like aloo every day aloo. If you like bindi every day bindi, no. You have to keep changing your vegetables. You have to keep changing your pulse because they have different vitamins and minerals. Just showing you the breakup of calorie contents of different fruits. What you are seeing, this watermelon at the center right down. Right. Watermelon, if you see content of watermelon, if you have the whole watermelon, it's going to be 50 calories. We can't have whole. Usually we can have half. So it's 25 calories. But if you are having a mango is 250 calories. You can have 10 of them also, right? So it's going to be 2,500 calories in a day. So every third day you have put on 1 kg with mangoes. Usually rest of the fruit, I call them as 100 calorie plus or minus, right? Let's talk about different food. To give you example, a boiled vegetable 50 calories or 48 calories, and you fry them, it is 230 to 250 calories. So if you go to see 200, 180 to 200 calories has come from where? It's come from the oil, ghee or butter that you have used to make the egg. So prefer if you're have it boiled, so at least you are saving 200 calories from the oil. Difference between an ice cream, which is 150 gram ice cream, is 300 calories. But people say, no, we only have kulfi, right? So kulfi same, 150 gram ice cream, 150 gram kulfi. Kulfi is 750 calorie, right? So almost 3 times. Because it takes 4 liters of milk to make 1 liter of kulfi. Comparing two of the cakes, plain cake is 150 calorie, add chocolate cake, it becomes 250 calorie. So from where 100 calorie has come here is from the chocolates. Making it still simpler, the tea that we have. A milk tea usually that we have every day is 100 calorie. Milk tea is 100 calorie, right? And some people feel, okay, no, I never have. When we break them, we have the parents usually say, I only use honey for my child. Honey, 1 teaspoon of honey is 48 calorie, much more than sugar. But honey has medicinal value. So if you get a good honey, definitely is better than sugar. 1 teaspoon of sugar is 20 calories. So how we get that 100 calorie from the tea? So 60 calories from the milk, you add sugar to it, right? So it becomes 80 to 100 calorie, right? And that's your tea of 100 calorie. If you're going to add honey to it, it's going to be more, but it has its medicinal value. Soft drinks are usually 200 calorie. Now, if you have a tea, but you don't put milk in it, so you save that 60 calorie of the milk you are saving, and you are only putting, suppose, sugar. 30 to 40 calories of sugar. If you don't put sugar, a tea without milk and without sugar is 0 calorie. Soft drink 200, and if you make curd from 60 calories, curd we don't add anything to it, so it remains 60 calories. A milkshake without ice cream is 250 calories, and if you're going to have with ice cream or kulfi, depending what you are putting, it's still going to go higher. 1 vati of dal is 30 grams. 1 vati of dal is 100 calories. So those who are vegetarian, please, you should have one pulses. Any one pulse, you can have a number of pulses. You can have two also. Any of the dals, any of the pulses, they are very high in protein, iron, and fiber. So what is the source of protein for a vegetarian? Pulses. So make use of the pulses. We should commit to be regular on our exercises, because burning some part 500 calories a day, it should be the burning from exercise, whatever we are doing, cycling, running, swimming. I believe that exercise begins at home. So always, there are reason to say abhi barish hai, now raining will start. So next 3-4 months, so you're not going to take a walk or go out saying that it is raining. So many of us have an excuse. But I say, if a person wants to do exercise, they can start exercise at home. Even climbing steps of your building is, burning calories. Do that, I will tell you how many calories you will burn. But in Mumbai, people love going to the beaches. They have their own reason to go to the beaches, right? For if you want to say that they are not burning calories, definitely they are burning calories, because they are sitting and breathing. Breathing burns almost 85 to 100 calories per day, 24 hours, only by breathing. So nobody can claim I never burn any calories, because as far as you are breathing, you are burning calories. But nothing better than to run. It says that you have to run to lose. So whether it's on a park, whether it's on a beach, you have to take a start. Even Swami Vivekananda said you will be nearer to heaven through football than through the study of Gita. You will understand Gita better with your bicep muscles a little stronger. Right? So exercise had its role even that time. I'm just showing you people with giving reasons. This is just a colony, and see how people are running. Try to track her down, see what all we made her with exercises. I'll come to her slides later. You can be on a treadmill, you can run on a beach, but exercising or doing some activity is important. Again, back here, we are seeing that's Madhu Sapre, hardly 16 years old, running in her own colony. Classical dance is one of the best, 400 to 500 calories burn each session. This was one of my PhD studies, anatomy of body, movement, and dance, where I had taken deaf and dumb, and I had taken a lot of different handicapped children to teach them dance, and their expressions had changed. Deaf and dumb, when they learn dance, they become more expressive, because especially Indian classical dance, you have to express through your head, through your hand. So classical dances had helped them to express themselves better. But it burns 400 to 500 calories. But today we want this type of burning calories. We love to go to discos and parties, except in this last 3-4 months. So we burn calories, whether you dance any form, classical dance, or whether you want to do your disco dance. But you burn much more here. You will see the number of muscles working. You burn much more calories in this dance step. What is the maximum way of burning calories? You burn 2,500 calories when you're climbing steps. I'm not saying do it every day for 1 hour. No. But every day make it a habit to climb steps. Whenever it becomes 1 hour, you have burned 2,500. Maybe 1 hour every week you will do, maybe 1 hour every 3 days may do, or maybe 1 hour every month you will do. So at least that month you have burned 2,500 calories. So every 3 months you have lost 1 kg. Right? So I always say a man's health can be judged in what he takes 2 tablets at a time or 2 steps at a time. Right? So make it a habit of taking steps. Strengthen your muscle, because whatever we do, it burns calorie and it strengthens them. Whether we are blinking, whether we are breathing, whether every step we take, even our heartbeats, they are burning calorie. They are working for you. So we need to strengthen them. So just strengthen all your muscles. Now strengthening, whether you go to the gym, same girl on your left is what you were seeing running. And now by this time she was Miss India. And then she went for the Miss Universe. She was runner-up Miss Universe. So which gym you go is not important. What you do in the gym becomes important. This is a Gautan gym where I used to train most of the national sports people in a Gautan. See, you can see the top was open. So the day it was raining heavily, we had no gym that day. We could not do gym because it was raining. So sportsmen have trained in such gyms also. I call that sports is medicine, right? Because if you go to see, right, fitness is the ability of a person to live a healthy and well-balanced life. I said it should be physical, social, and emotional. So sports should be part of our game, and sports enhances physical, social, and emotional well-being. You become a sportsman. You start getting the sportsman spirit. So winning or losing doesn't become important, but playing and enjoying the game becomes important. So whether you play football, whether you soccer, whether you play tennis or squash, whether you play basketball, it all involves stretching, it all involves running, it all involves burning your calories. How much to exercise? Again, a simple formula, maximum heart rate, right? So if it is 220, the formula is 220 minus your age. So for a physiotherapist, I always say 200 minus your age. 220 when you are in a hospital where all the CPR facilities are available, cardiologist is available, or internist is available. Otherwise, for safest is 200 minus your age. So let's give an example. You are in your 20s now, so 200 minus 20. So 180, you can take your pulse up to 180. Usually, elderly people, those who are 60, so 200 minus 60 is 140. So you can take your pulse only till 140, right? So what happened, we have read in newspapers, a sportsman was running, sportsman was playing, and they fall dead. This is because they have crossed the pulse rate, must have gone over 220, right? It must have just gone to a level where it was behind the control to give rest and it to come down. So usually, why I'm saying this slide is very important. You are treating a hemiplegia who's already 50 or 60 years old, and you are making them do activities. Check the pulse rate. So you can see it on your wrist, you can see it on your neck, right? And just count for 6 seconds. So for 6 seconds, if it is 100, right? So add 6 seconds, it is 10, add a 0, it's 100. It's 12, it's 120. And if it is 20, it's 200. So you can quickly just see for 6 seconds and add a 0. That's the best way to keep when you are making your patients do activities or exercise. See that you don't cross the safe zone. Remain in the safe zone. Safe zone 200 minus the age of the patient, not your age. If you are running, it's for you. 200 minus your age if you are running. And 200 minus the age of your patient if you're making your patient or a sports people do activities. I showed how we put on weight with calories. Now I will show you how we burn the calories. The first one is the best one because now we are using our mobiles. All of you all must be sitting with your mobile phones. So it's almost burning 50 calories per hour, and 10 hours being on mobile is no problem for us. So 500 calories a day we can easily burn. But the second one is 250 gardening. We have forgotten what it is. Eating, of course, 50 calories only for eating. Raising your spoon or hand up to your mouth is 50 calories. Driving a car is 50 calories. Dusting furniture, we don't know. Dressing, undressing, much more for us because usually females have to remove and wear number of clothes till they decide which one to wear. So theirs must be much more than 50. Brushing your teeth and hair, 100 calorie. Bed making, we don't know. Bathing once a week, 100 calorie. From this, I like the card playing one. Right. If you see, yeah. Card playing is 25 calorie. It was 50 calorie first. Playing card was 50 calorie. But nowadays, most of the places that they have the kitty party and playing cards, we see that they have a stick. They bring the cards in front of them with the stick. So calorie content has reduced. So it's almost now going to be, I hope I've taken on. Card playing is 25 calorie now. Ironing, cleaning, preparing food. You are seeing how you burn your calories. And in sports, walking leisurely is 200 calories. So if you tell your friends, yeah, we have today done a lot of exercise and I have eaten a lot, so let's go for a walk. And walking slowly with your friend is only 200 calories. Brisk walking is 500 calories. See, walking uphill, which I said climbing steps, is highest. That is 2,500 calories. Dancing is 500 calorie, which I had shown you. Dancing is 500 calorie. Playing tennis is 450. Golf is 250. Because nowadays the cards are available, they don't walk. Again, I want to show you fitness in a very simple style of pyramid. What we should be doing is a lot of activities, then cereals, fruits and vegetables, fresh, nuts, non-veg, not compulsory. Milk, and least should be milk products. Ice cream, cheese, chocolate should be least if you want to be fit. But what is that pyramid has become now, it has changed. So today's pyramid is maximum what we can do is we have milk products, cakes, chocolates, ice cream, cheese, right? Then ice cream, then non-veg, then cereal, veg and fruits, vegetables and fruits, cereal, and no place for exercises. That's the reason why we are getting unfit. But if you can run over a hurdle, right? Once you can jump over a hurdle, definitely you're fit. You can be put in the category of fitness. Few slides I want to tell you on today. It's on breathing, to understand why we breathe. If you go to see why we breathe, coming to the oxygen content, we breathe. So when we breathe, when the air goes into the base of the lung, the impure blood that has traveled all around your body comes to the base of the lungs. It's impure. It's only waiting to take that oxygen. So when you breathe, so the oxygen hits on that impure blood, the blood becomes pure, goes to the heart pumps it all over your body. Now the oxygen content, the best what usually we see is 20.78%, right? And a good hill station may have 22%. In Bombay city, when it was full of traffic and pollution, it comes down to 18 and 70% also. Surat, Navsari, that area may be still, I feel, 19 to 20%. So, but people have forgotten to breathe. We have a very shallow breathing, and you know that breathing. So just keep in mind, you are breathing in only to get that 20% of oxygen. I told you why we breathe, to take the oxygen to make the blood pure. The replacement of oxygen cannot be from fruits, food, minerals, liquid, injection, tablets, capsules. Nothing can give you oxygen. Oxygen will only come by breathing. And maximum vital capacity is 4.5 to 5 liters our lungs can take. Normally, people have less than 2 liters. Indians have less than 2 liters. Females are worse, they're less than 1.5 liter. Right? We are not breathing. There was a ad in one of the articles in the newspaper. You have to pay 50 rupees near Andhjan and Lokhandwala area to breathe, because the air is more fresh. Powai Lake is there. So before your colony and Surat starts charging you all for breathing there, I'm going to show you the right type of breathing. That's a spirometer, and look at her. This is a 4-liter spirometer, right? So it's showing hardly 1.5 liter. Again, if you can see me, that it's a spirometer. It's 2.5 liter. Right, so I could touch 2.5 liter. So all the colleges, if the students are watching, please check your vital capacity, and hopefully once the college start practicing the deep breathing, how to increase. So if it comes as a part of question, I'm going to teach you how to do the breathing exercises to increase your vital capacity. Again, a slide to show you all people going to the gym and not going to the gym. So this is the same person before exercise, not going to the gym, right? So see the vital capacity, see the lung, if you can see the muscles. We are born with that muscles. Each muscle has a muscle fiber. So what you do when you do exercises, after exercise? One thing, your vital capacity increase because you need more oxygen. Two, see the muscle bulk. So each fiber, the muscle has not increased. Each fiber of the muscle has increased the girth measurement. The girth measurement in each fiber, when you exercise, when you do resisted exercises, body requires more blood. So more blood goes towards that muscle fiber, and the girth measurement of each fiber increases. So you have the bulk of muscle. Muscles are not brought. It's not being brought by eating or taking a capsule or an injection. You have to improve that quality of the muscle fiber by doing exercise. Another slides to show you all the points in a body are in the ear. If you see the baby in the fetus of the mother, see baby in the fetus of the mother is in the shape of the ear, and all the points are here. The leg point, you see, this is the leg point, right? The eye point. So see the eye point there. This is for the girls who didn't know why they are wearing a earring, right? That's the eye point. But most of the time we go now to the jewelers to do the to hit the gun and pierce our ear. So most of the jewelers, they hit the tongue point here. That's there. Let's see now. I'm going to show you. Yeah. So it's a tongue point. So when the girls talk a lot, it's not their fault. We have to see where the place for the earring was pierced. It was supposed to be pierced for beautiful eyes, and the mistake happens here, right? But there are many points for the neck here, right? And there's an asthma point for the lungs, right? So that's there. So earlier days in villages, they used to pierce your ear from inside. That was the lung point, right? And so for asthma, they used to pierce the lung point. And in 1985-86, I used to do that in Bombay Hospital. There were a lot of asthma patients coming to me, and I used to pierce the ear and leave a thread there for 1 week. And they used to get cured for the asthma because that was a stimulating point for the lungs. Of course, there is for back also, for knee also, so here. Now it takes you back earlier days during our time when we were very naughty in school, not studying. So our teacher used to twist a ears. Now it is not allowed. Now the teacher gets punished or can get arrested also. So when the teacher twisted the ear, all your points of body were stimulated. Right? So you were then becoming more alert. There's a nice study which I will show. Every day, if you could hold your own ear and do sit-ups, right, it makes you more clever. It makes you more intelligent. Because all the points are in the ears. Keep smiling. A small study done on 48 patients, right? 48 patients were asked, they were heart attack survivors. They were made into two groups. 24 were made to see comedy movies and 24 were made to see Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi, all depressing movies. So all those who were seeing depressing movies got an attack again. But all those who were seeing funny and comedy movies didn't get. So select your friends. So when you meet your friend and you get depressed, don't meet. Help your friend for treatment. Take your friend for a treatment. And if your friend is telling you the same story every day, they also need treatment. Let us laugh together and not laugh at each other. Niraj, are you there? Can I come?
Yes, sir.
Niraj, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
I just go through few things which I wanted to say about showing that exercise for the lung capacity. So I showed you all, there's a spirometer which when you are taking an inspiration, right? And how to increase your vital capacity. Okay, so take a deep breath through your nose and the coming out will be through a hissing sound, right? See, you take a deep breath. Breathe out. You can take in at least 8 to 10 early morning when the weather is, the pollution is good. Early morning, the oxygen content is the best, right? So let more oxygen go to the base of your lung. The quality of the blood will improve and overall your general condition will improve. Doing deep breathing, it helps. Pranayam helps, right? Students can check on spirometer. So start today, see how many seconds you can breathe out with hissing sound, and it will keep increasing every day if you are doing it every day. Right? There was a question that had come to ask me, which is the right mask, right? So any mask that you wear, right? Just check when you or on a light, if it blows off, if it goes off, mask is not good. So I'm not saying to change your mask. Just add a tissue, put a tissue in between, keep it there. So I've kept the tissue. Now see, it does not go off. So your mask becomes good. Simple test to know the thing. And of course, those who are treating corona patients should have a gun to find out the body temperature. It should be below 100, right? Then oximeter to see the oxygen content. The next thing what we should be having is having oximeter to find out. It should be minimum at least 96 to 98, right? So it's showing 95. 96. Right? So once it is below 90, please, you should see a doctor. Right? The simple test to find out. I also tell my patient to hold a breath and count 15. In 15, if you don't go breathless and if you don't cough, lungs are doing good, because first 4 days corona attacks the throat, then it enters the lung. So keep sipping hot water at least every 2 hours. Have a adrak wali chai and haldi doodh, old grandmother's recipe. Haldi with hot milk, haldi doodh at night, and good vitamin C, vitamin D. Drumsticks, sengar. Drumstick in dal or drumstick soup is good for vitamin D. 2 oranges or peru or limbu will have vitamin C. But be careful, any sweet item that you eat, any sweet, chocolates or sweet that you eat, it reduces your immunity for the next 4 to 5 hours. So be very careful. If you are at home, you are having sweet is fine. But if you go outside and you're going to have sweet also, so you are in a more high risk. So avoid sweets. It reduces the immunity level. Niraj, I'm open to your questions. Prone lying, very important. So at least twice a day, thrice a day for 10 minutes, lie on your prone. It oxygenates the lung much better. Niraj.
Yes, sir. The first question is regarding the intermittent fasting, sir. What do you think about the intermittent fasting? It is in trend right now. So, sir, kindly enlighten us.
It's just 2 years back, a Japanese scholar, the Nobel Prize winner of Japan, spoke about intermittent fasting. Okay, when you fast, your good cells destroy the bad cells, including the cancer cells. And he was awarded the Nobel for the same thing. I'll give you an example, like when everybody sleeps. So when you are sleeping, suppose you have eaten your food at 8 o'clock and you get up at morning, 8 o'clock, you have your breakfast. So you're automatically, there's an intermittent fasting for 12 hours. Now, that maybe that 12 hours is not enough. I feel it should be 14 to 18 hours. So then you increase. So eat at 7 o'clock. I feel Jain eating is the best eating. So before sunset, you eat. So today now by 7:30 the sun sets. So by 7 o'clock you have eaten. And if you have your breakfast at 10 o'clock, so it's already 15 hours. Getting me? So once you understood what it is, delaying, and then the eating window could increase. So when I say you have eaten at 10 o'clock in the morning and night you have eaten at 7 o'clock, so 15 hours are over. Now the 10, whether it can be made at 11 o'clock. Then you eat at 12. So from 12 o'clock afternoon till 6 o'clock evening or 7 o'clock evening is your eating window. So keep eating it. Whatever you want, you have to eat then, and then not to eat. Of course, when you are in intermittent fasting, you can have hot water, you can have a green tea, right? So they're allowed. And certain number of nuts, dry fruits are allowed if you feel like. It helps. And many reduce weight, everything comes under control. It's a great thing to do. And I've seen many patients who have been doing it, getting rid of their diabetes, getting rid of the high blood pressure, reducing the weight. It burns perfect. You have to read if you Google it, you'll get many more information on intermittent breathing. It's the in thing, yes.
Yes. Sir, fasting is fine, but many a times we have seen that after finishing the duration of the fasting, people don't know about how to restart the eating, sir, and that may land to many problems, many issues health related. Sir, can you elaborate about it?
See, Muslims have that Ramzan fasting. That is also from 4 o'clock in the morning to almost 7 o'clock. They are not. So it's 15 hours fasting. But the problem is when they start breaking the fast, there is no limit of what to eat. They want to hog. It is sweet, it is cold. Most of them fell sick by eating the way they do the iftar.
Yes.
So it should be a very normal thing. You have just, of course, there is no water also involved in the whole day. So I will, I would say the body has lost salt also. So to open it with a pinch of salt and then having some water, tea or coffee, whatever they drink, give it a break, have with dates. Usually they break the fast with dates. It's perfect. Then give it a break for an hour and then again have a proper dinner. It's fine. But it does not mean you have to keep hogging.
Hmm.
So they have to understand and reply the body.
Hmm. True. So, a few questions are there from the viewers. They are asking about the ear piercing which you showed. Rima Rasotra is asking that is it an acupuncture point in the ear or for
Yes.
asthma?
Yes. Yes. It's
Yeah.
an acupuncture point. It's a ear point. There's a special charts only for ear points. So you have to go for the ear points. It's exactly the lung is goes in there.
Hmm.
See, baby is like a fetus in the mother. The head is here. So eyes is come here. This is the spine, two legs,
Hmm.
and inside is the lungs.
Hmm. Fine. So Kajal is asking for, can you please show the ear point, what is clearly visible for us?
I can get you back to the chart and make the chart bigger.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. When I go with the pointer, lungs. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. This is the lung point. This. Can you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
this?
Now we can
Yeah,
see.
that's
Yes,
the
sir.
point. Yeah. And that's the eye point I was saying. The
Hmm.
earring has to come here. But usually the dwellers do a mistake. They punch here, tongue point.
Hmm.
And the new earrings, if you have seen the new earrings that the girls wear, these are all neck points.
Hmm.
Yeah, go here. Shoulder, right, and low back. Okay, go to the next.
Yeah. Sir, Slisha is asking that there is also restriction regarding level of MAT as per HTN level. May you elaborate if it is possible?
I didn't get a question.
Yes, sir. It's Slisha. If you are listening to us, please write your question once again in the chat box.
Related to what?
Sir, asking about MAT, sir. Sir, shall I take another question meanwhile?
Yeah, we'll come back to her.
Yeah. Sir, what about the dairy product, sir? There are so many talks about the dairy
See,
product, whether they are good or not.
Amul is in Gujarat.
Yes, sir.
Amul is in Gujarat. But dairy product is good enough only if you have your own cow. Because we as human being can fool anybody. We
Hmm.
make snakes dance, we collect money. We make bears dance, we make money. We have made a tunnel under the sea, right? So same thing. If I want you all to absorb properly, that cow or a buffalo is giving milk for their own calf, not for us,
Hmm.
not for us. So they tie the cow, the calf next to the cow. They milk the cow and give something to the calf.
Hmm.
So it goes in the cow's mother's mind. It is. When we were drinking our mother's milk, we were only drinking our mother's milk, nobody else's milk.
Hmm.
Right? And neither our mother was giving it to anybody else. She was
True.
eating the best to give us. Now the cow is having grass only in the milk for the calf. We milk the cow twice a day, and the cow thinks we are giving it to the calf. but it's for sale.
Mm.
And if still, I don't mind. If you have the calf behind your house, you're milking a cow and having the same milk, so your body gets used to that constitution of milk.
Mm.
But today the milk is 4,000, 6,000, 40,000 cows, buffaloes, camels, goat, every milk mix. Still, if they have less, they get powder from New Zealand, they add water to it and it becomes milk.
Mm.
So our body, every time getting a new milk, cannot get used to the constitution.
Mm.
And if you're talking about strength, you think a milk is going to give you strength. Does elephant drink milk? Does horse drink milk? See the strength and see what they eat. So actually, they eat grass, converts into milk. It is for their baby, not for us. We have
Mm.
fooled them. Still, if you are having it from the same cow every day, I've seen in Ahmedabad, most of my friends have their own Krishna cow behind the house. So they're
Mm.
having a tea, coffee, curd, lassi from the same milk every day. The
Mm.
body has got used to that constitution, the way you were getting used to your mother's milk. But I feel this not required. If you
Mm.
feel that calcium is coming from your milk, no, it doesn't have any value. There's a nice study in British Journal.
Mm.
1,000 infants were given black tea after 6 months. Till 6 months. Why we are drinking mother's milk for 6 months? It is because of the cholesterol in the milk.
Mhm.
Cholesterol. Now I am using cholesterol for HIV patients. My
Mm.
HIV patient from cholesterol, we have made a fluid called Receptol. It goes
Mm.
minus 250 degrees. We put cholesterol, cholesterol, it's called cheek. We make
Mm.
sweets out of it. Right?
Mm.
When the cow gives milk, it is cheek, cholesterol. AIDS is acquired immunity deficiency syndrome, and colostrum is full of immunity. So,
Mhm.
give the patient who is lacking immunity, everyday immunity, you will manage the patient well. My HIV patients are not dying, they are healthy, their weight is not decreasing, their weight is increasing, only spraying them out with colostrum. So,
Mhm.
colostrum is very good, right? Uh, Other than that, I don't think so. I was talking about the study in UK. British journal said 500 were on after 6 months the baby can have bottle milk. So
Mm.
500 babies were on bottle milk. 500 were on black tea.
Mm.
After 2 years, when the study was done, all those who were on black tea, the IQ was much more than those who were on milk.
Oh,
So milk had no value for them.
right. Mm. Sir,
A lot of study has been done. A lot of study has been done on milk. So please, those who are vegan or read about vegan, they can. There is another book I read by one doctor, Mrs. Shah. Again, she was talking about going away from dairy products, avoiding dairy products, and she had found she has a course called 21 days. If you do that, all your body parameters changes.
mm. Sir, like milk, eggs is again an animal product. Sir, what do you think about the eggs?
See, I have a feeling the way God made days and night to balance. I sometimes think, imagine the whole world is vegetarian, whole world. So each animal will start eating the other animals. There will be so much, there will be overpopulated than us. When certain animals give birth, they give 8, 10, 16.
Yes, sir.
So in that multiplication, if they will be there, tomorrow I'm scared, the animal can come knock your door and take you.
Mm.
They will overpopulate than us.
Mm.
And if the whole world is non-vegetarian, whole
Mm.
world becomes so no animals there. So again, the whole ecosystem of the world is going to get disturbed, and we
Mm.
will be living in jungle. So
Mm.
somehow it was balanced. It was depending. It all depends on what at that time it was available. During Ram and Sita also they were found of killing a deer. There was a
Mm.
favorite dish that time, right?
Mm.
So it says that they were non-veg.
Mm.
Coming back from Banvas, they became vegetarian.
Okay.
So, but just try to look. Was chapati there? Was vegetables there?
Mm.
Was rice there? No. So they were living on fruits and animals.
Mm. True. Sir, Akinsha is asking about the osteoarthritis. She is asking that can it be healed without surgery?
Of course, if the space is important, strengthen the quadricep muscle. The knee works on quadricep muscle. Good strength of quadricep muscle makes the pain 50% better. Give a good strengthening. Release the IT band. Usually, any OA knees, the IT band is tight. Release it through massage, through vibrators, and they will feel better. Strengthening of quadriceps, release of IT band is your tool to make the patient 50% better.
Sir, Runal is asking that few young people have a very low diet, but yet they are gaining weight. Can you let us know the possible reason?
BMI. They should be having high BMI. Sorry, BMR, basic metabolic rate. Sometimes you eat 1 kilo and you digest 1 kilo. And sometimes maybe you eat half a kilo, right? And you have not digested. And then again, quality of food. What are you eating? I prefer the protein to be eaten at night. Carbohydrate should be day. Keto diet again is pumping your body with full of fat and going to be fat and protein. You are avoiding carbs. So when you avoid carbs, your body goes in search of carbohydrate, from fat. So if you are running, suppose you tell me I walk for 10 minutes 10 times a day, 10 minutes 10 times a day, I feel it's of no use. But you say I walk 45 minutes every day, still I will tell you don't walk alternate days but 1.5 hours. So your body carbs gets over in 45 minutes to 1 hour. Then you start burning the fat. That's why in Australia, they will run on a Saturday or Sunday for 3 hours. They won't do that half an hour. Usually Indians say, रोज 1 घंटा चलता हूँ, रोज 45 मिनट चलता हूँ, रोज आधा घंटा चलता हूँ, दिन में 2 दफा आधा घंटा चलता हूँ. But that may not be doing what your body requires. You have to burn the fat. Fat starts burning after 45 minutes, where we stop. And we go and hog. So my request is anybody who is a swimmer or a jogger or goes for exercises, after exercises, next 1 hour don't eat. Have hot water, have green tea. So your stored fat will start burning. It starts converting into carbs. Jarlomi Soni, I know you have done nutrition. I know you're good at it. I should be asking you a question as far as nutrition is concerned. Yes, Soni, go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, Akinsha is asking that.
No, protein, I'm against it. We have got 2 young lads have got killed after gym having whey protein and fall dead. Never advise. Have it in normal form. Go for boiled eggs. Go for mushrooms, soya. They're high in protein.
Right. Sir, Ashish is asking about the vitamin D deficiency. So,
oh God, I ask all my patients to do vitamin D3 and B12. A must. B12 is in charge of the muscles and nerves. D3 is in charge of the bone. So drumstick is a very high source of vitamin D. Have it in your soup, sambar, or dal.
So he is asking that if a person is vitamin D deficient, then if they are doing a fitness workout, then it can increase the chances of injuries, sir, if the vitamin D is deficient.
Yeah. But I first initially if you have to really take it up fast, Architol injection is for D3. D3 should be between 40 and 80. B12 should be between 400 and 800. Methyl cobalt injections are available intramuscular. I take it every 6 months for myself. I have B3 and D3 and B12 deficiency. And Gujarat, mostly people are Aryan breed. So they will have, Aryan breeds have deficiency.
So Pearl is asking about the weight loss, whether high intensity or moderate intensity training is good.
Again, the eating is very important in burning, and it all. Let me give you an example, Pearl. You take 500 rupees from home every day to go to your work, and you spend 200, 300. So what will happen at the end of the month? You have saved something. So it depends all versus you are having 3000 calorie as your food every day, and your gym you burn only 500. So you're going to save. In a normal way, usually people burn 1200 to 1500 calorie. All of us, we burn 1200 to 1500 calorie not doing anything. Means working, sitting in a car or bus, traveling like that. No long walks, no exercises. So 12 to 1500. And if you are in a gym for 1 hour, again 500 calorie. So 2000. So your food intake, if you reduce it to 1500 a day, you start reducing weight. So it is how you balance, how much you take your calories. You should first calculate how many calories you're eating per day and how many you're burning. So let your eating be 500 less. So you take 500 from the old stock. So if you reduce 500 calorie every day, so within 15 days you have lost 1 kg. In a month you are losing 2 to 3 kgs. So do intensity exercise. Let it go to 1000 or 1500 you have burned. So when you have eaten 2000, you have really done a wonderful job for your body.
Sir, Alifia is asking about the foot reflexology. What is your point?
All full of points. Our gums have points, our palms have got points, like the way our ears have got points. So walking on a grass or sand early morning is definitely there are all the points available. We had our staff, one of our staff, I had fever and she had stimulated some of the points at my foot, and immediately after half an hour we saw the fever, it had come down. Nature has created everything within. I had shown, I used marbles. Used to play with marbles, but nowadays they don't. So I use it as a tool to, make the hamstring better. So if you're standing and you want to touch your toes, and you cannot touch, so I'll make you stand on 2 marbles on both the foot. Right. Where to keep it? Which part of fascia you keep it? For 2 minutes, if you stand, your hamstring gets released. You can touch your toes then. So the point is the foot.
Sir, where is it in the foot?
Your phone is there. Let's show. Give me a pen. That. Sure. Yeah, it's all center.
Okay. Fine. Oh, thank you, sir. It was.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, sir. You did a wonderful effort, sir. Sir.
I wanted to show it happening.
Yes.
You could stand, touch, so all of you could touch, but you all must not be having a marble. So I will see at the end, I will show one of my staff standing and touching the toes.
Yes.
And you all watch how much she can do, and we'll keep a marble under her leg, foot, and then you all say. I should take 15 minutes to stretch a hamstring when I was with the team. Then I found it now. So I was thinking what a relief it was if that time I had this technique.
Wow. Yes, sir.
Get a towel. No, wait. Let me finish. Fine. Let me finish the question, then I'm going to come and show you all that part.
Sir, Zalak is asking about any suggestion for the diet or exercise for the daily, day-to-day life, sir.
Now, keeping Corona in mind, yes, deep breathing early morning. Get up early. If you all want to know, see, Surya Namaskar was getting before sunrise, taking a bath, going out of the house, standing, watching the east, first ray of sun falling on you, and you are reading your mantras. Then 3000 years back, Moses came. Moses said, if you go to the early morning to the Wailing Wall, the Jews go to the Wailing Wall, right? Your health and wealth will improve. Then came Jesus. Jesus said the first mass is better than the rest of the day. So going to church early morning will improve. Then 1400 years back, Prophet Muhammad came. He said, get up early morning before sunrise for your namaz. And said the first namaz in the mosque, you have to do, rest you can do it at home. Right? So if you go to see, all of them spoke about 2 things common, early morning and outside the house. Surya Namaskar is outside the house, Wailing Wall is outside the house. Right? And
Yes.
then church is outside the house, mosque is outside the house.
True.
So science went after it. Why two things common? So more than 20 years back, Australia proved the theory of ozone. Okay, 1 hour 20 minutes before sunrise, the universe releases an ozone, which is very, very good for your health.
Mhm.
So get up early. That early morning getting up itself is a healthy living. Right? We should not creep why we have to get up early, why we have to pray early morning, why we have to go to mandir early morning, why does God wants us early morning out? No. Because people were uneducated, it was all brought under the name of religion. Now it is science. We have to talk about science to people. Science says universe releases an ozone which is very good for your health. My student have done a study, morning walkers and evening walkers, and we found out the morning walkers were healthier.
Wow.
Then another study was done. It proved that there is no animal or bird in the world that doesn't get up 1.5 hours before sunrise.
Mm.
So the importance of getting up early morning, the animals know better than us. I'm saying this for the Surat people.
Yeah.
Mumbai people come home breathing the ozone. They go out, they come up, they come home early morning.
Yes. Sir, Komal is asking about one big spoon of Desi ghee helps reducing weight in PCOD patient. Is it true, sir?
I'm not tried. There are many other theories about it. Let me say, there is one Dr. Reshma from Baroda. She says put ghee in your navel area every night before you sleep. Olive oil is there, then ghee is there, oil is there, coconut oil is there. So everybody's theory is different about things. But
Hmm.
it's a very good thing. I would ask one of my students to do this study and find out.
Right, sir. Sir, Niharika is asking that to avoid hypertension and sugar, diabetes problem. Sir, what care in my day-to-day diet I should take care?
If you want to listen to my diet, I'll say have fruits till 12 o'clock in the afternoon. No eating till afternoon. Right? It will get your sugar down. Fruits gets your sugar lower.
So, Vrunda is asking to reduce weight, carbs are good or protein?
Depending on your burning, what you're going to do, how you're going to burn it. What are you going to do through exercise? Without exercise, proteins are better. With exercise, carbs are better.
Hmm. So, Janki is asking that after menopause, if there is weight gain, which kind of diet and exercise would you like to recommend?
Hormones. One has to go to the gynec to balance the hormones.
Hmm. Sir, Utsav is asking how can we reduce weight of the
Swimming,
patient?
swimming, lying down. There are activities in supine also. Diet. To watch food, not have it.
Hmm. Sir, Richi is asking that most
Both,
effective way of reducing weight, sir,
both,
diet.
both. I said how you burn it. You should eat 2000 and burn 2500. Simple.
Sir, Ani is asking that doing exercise for some days and then not done properly, is it beneficial when doing exercises sometimes rather than?
Let me explain a simple way.
Yes.
Everyone, if you all get in facility of swimming, swimming is the best exercise. Swim. I have never seen swimmer as a patient. We have got Otters Club, Khar Gymkhana in Bombay. They are the world, the best clubs for swimmers. All the swimmers come from there, and I
Hmm.
have never treated them. So swim for 1 hour. Don't eat for 1 hour. You are
Hmm.
through. Don't have to do anything else. Don't join a gym. You don't have to do exercise. Don't have to be bothered about your diet. Eat whatever you want.
Hmm.
Getting me? So
Yes, sir.
1 hour swimming is going to burn 1,000 calories.
Wow.
But don't eat anything after that. All your fat will get burned.
Hmm. Sir, Ashu is asking about the best balance and coordination exercises.
I just said swimming.
Yes, sir. Sir, Rutvi is telling that orthopedics suggest to drink milk for calcium
Tell
in
him to
cord.
guarantee, na? Tell him to guarantee.
Hmm.
Guaranteed. Go and do your calcium test. Drink 4 liters of milk every day. And then again do a test after 1 month.
Hmm. Sir, is there, she is asking that is there any alternative to milk, sir?
Good healthy food, green vegetables, fresh fruits, calgal. I have this for my vitamin D.
Achha.
It is with magnesium.
Sir, Urvisha is asking, can we put on weight by having protein and carbs without getting obesity?
You have to have protein, carbs, and fat. That's part of a meal. How much you have is important. I said you take 1,000 rupees a day from your parents and you spend only 500 or 800 per day. So at the end of the month, you have saved your money. Na? So food is like that. How much you eat, how much you burn through activities or exercise is important. I'm going to show you the hamstring exercise. So I'm going to turn the camera, watch her. So while she's standing for 2 minutes, we can take a question then. Yeah. Can you see her?
Sir, just
Is she seen now? She's seen? Okay. Niraj, you have to talk, you have to tell us. First bend and show. Can you see her?
yeah, we can see, sir. We can see.
Please give the measurement where she's reached. Because now she's going to stand on the marble.
Yes.
Check where she's keeping it. Are you all checking the time? Niraj, are you checking the time?
Yes, sir. It's 1 minute now.
Very good. You want me to ask a question before that?
Yeah. Shall I ask you the question, sir?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just
ask me.
So Dhruvi is asking that is it good to take small meals throughout the day instead of 3 big meals?
It's either we are just talking about intermittent fasting. So keep eat. Idea was to anyhow 8 to 10 hours we don't eat. Whether you can increase that is much better.
True. Sir, Samyak Yog is asking that what about the curd?
It's from milk only, no?
Pardon, sir?
If you're off dairy product, it's part of the milk. You can't make curd without it.
True.
You have to stick to a system. It's like you have selected physiotherapy, you won't do engineering. Right? And you have selected to do pharmacology. You're not going to read books on engineering or pathology. So decide what type of diet you fit into. You can go become a vegan off dairy milk, or you can be only dairy food. Then curd is very good. But I said milk has a lot of plus. If you're having from the same cow. So if she has a cow at home and drinks the milk of that cow, make curds of that, it's very good.
True. So Mahek is asking that. Pardon?
2 minutes over. We'll just finish with the.
Over. Yeah.
So now look at her. Can you see her bending down? See her? No. Has it increased?
Yes, sir. It is increased.
Can you see it has increased?
Yes. It is increased a lot, sir. Wow. It's wonderful.
Marble it for 2 minutes.
So it is fantastic, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
this is a temporary change or it lasts for very long time,
No,
sir?
it lasts. Tomorrow it will be much more. So every day if a person does, it will keep increasing. Now
Okay.
we are trying to use a tennis ball for different other joints, for
Mhm.
shoulder, for neck, for knee. We are in a process. Our student will do some study and will come out with something.
Wonderful, sir.
I hope I was on time.
Yes, sir. Sir, we have crossed 1 hour and 35
Yeah,
minutes.
I was watching the time because you gave me 1 hour.
Sir, there are a few more questions. Are you comfortable to take those?
Yeah.
Fine, sir. So Mahek is asking about the good product for calcium, sir.
Drumsticks. If it's non-veg, then paya soup.
Hmm.
Paya soup is best for vitamin D.
Fantastic. So Vrunda is asking how to improve BMR.
Exercise, endurance, green vegetables. You have to start increasing your exercise.
So Pooja is having a question which you attended already about the knee problem and weight loss, sir.
Any knee patient now, I ask them to reduce 4 to 5 kgs of weight, strengthen the quadriceps, and release the IT band.
Hmm.
Simple. Patient will be 50% better.
So Real is asking that knee in sound like a crepitus. Uh,
Maybe deficiency of B12. Most of the crepitus comes once you have put on vitamin B12, it goes.
hmm. Sir Abdul Wajid is asking that please advise the urban population who doesn't get proper organic diet. What is the best meal plan for them?
Same thing. If you, they have to go for organic, home food, lot of vegetables, fruits. We are Indians don't have much fruits. We should think of few fruits a day.
Sir Bhakti is asking about curd and cumin seed help in weight loss. Is it right, sir?
For the list of things which you will eat, you will go in weight loss. Just have 300 gram of salad before every meal. You will still reduce weight.
Hmm. Sir Shruti is asking for PCOD patients which type of fitness diet and exercises are good.
There are two studies done by our MPT students. You know, if she emails us, we'll send her the whole program
Hmm.
and it helps them.
Hmm.
Because this has been proved. They've done it on more than 100 patients.
Fantastic, sir. Sir Braina is asking that a diabetic patient can have whey protein or not.
Normal patients should also not have.
Sir Dhara is asking mostly females experience post-menopausal weight gain. What do you suggest for that?
See, the whole menopause is changes of hormones in the body. Some show the signs 3 years in advance. Some show it 5 years in advance. One of the first sign is irritability. They get irritable. The kids coming home early, the mother will say, "Why you came early?" They come late. "Why you came late?" They go to the kitchen. "Why you went into the kitchen?" They don't go. "Why you don't go to the kitchen?" So
Hmm.
that's why I said anybody going through that phase should see a gynecologist. In India, at in Bombay, we have gynecologists which only balances the hormones.
Hmm.
The hormones need to be balanced. So if you're a young girl, Dara, and you are facing that at home with your mom, you are not the only one. Usually, all the girls who are young now, the mother is into 40 and 45s, and they are going through that stage. So if they are irritated, they talk wrongly with you. So don't feel bad. They require help, and the best help is to get the hormones checked and
Hmm.
replaced. The gynecologists give proper medicine for it.
So Dimple is asking what is the main
Sugar,
reason for that?
sugar attacks three places: takes away the eyesight, destroys the kidney. I say, whoever are lucky, it comes on the shoulder. So when it comes on your shoulder, 8 out of 10 patients who come with shoulder patient has to be diabetic. Many of them don't even know. So when you send them for a sugar test, they first time they see the sugar high. So those who are lucky, the sugar attacks. And the real physiology is, they say there are microfracture at the periosteum level of the shoulder when the sugar goes high. So it can become as a parameter. You go on the wall like this every day, and wherever it pains, stop. So those who are diabetic, when the sugar goes high, they won't be able to go to the wall the same. Their range decreases. That means they should understand that sugar has gone high.
So Shlesha is asking, the person who asked the first question, she has repeated. As per the stage of hypertension, only specific level of mat aerobic exercise should be done. Can you elaborate about it, sir?
I'm not understanding her question. What she wants in this thing? Aerobic
So
exercise for what type of? Can you tell the age of the patient? What is the problem of the patient?
Sir, I think she wants to ask about the mat 1, 2, 3. There are the levels of mat exercises nowadays, and according to the patients with the hypertension, if the hypertension is too much, then they should follow low level of mat exercise. Or I think she is asking regarding that, sir.
See, the reasons of hypertension are many. So if there is a blockage already in the artery, so you won't be able to increase or decrease the aerobic exercises. So exercise in a simple form, I want to explain this to you. If a person can walk 1 minute a day at home only, right, he has to increase it the next day by 1.5 minutes, then 2 minutes, then 2.5 minutes, half a minute to 1 minute a day, and keep checking the pulse also whether it is in the comfort zone. Right, because we don't really know. A cardiologist will be in a best stage, and then whether angio has been done or not, ECG has been done or not. You have to consider all this. Just don't increase or decrease the exercises according to you. Sometimes the valve has a problem. So just don't be dependent only on the exercise pattern. There are many other things to be seen.
So Urvashi is asking that a specific diet plan for diabetic patient and low blood pressure patients.
So you want to treat the diabetic or you want to treat the low blood pressure?
So she is asking.
For a diabetic patient, I said, fruits work the best till afternoon. Fruits. And if you add salt to it, your pressure also increases. So any fruits like cucumber and all that, if you put salt on it, or have a chas with salt on it, it will increase. Limbu pani with salt will increase the pressure side, and it should not have sweet so that it does not increase your sugar. But it won't increase your sugar if you are having it till afternoon. Have any fruit, sweeter the better, till 12 noon.
So Deepali is asking about the nutrition is important for muscle bulk.
Protein and repeated exercises. Pumping iron requires protein, but not artificial form.
Sir Pavan Raj, sir, shall I take 3-4 more questions, sir?
It's 12:45. My patients are waiting for me. Chalo, last one.
Last one, sir. Sir Pavan Raj is asking that some people after doing exercises, they are not losing their weight. Why? What the
Because
reasons?
they go and hog. They burn 200 calories in the gym and they go and eat 500 calories.
Okay. Yeah, fantastic. Sir, everyone have enjoyed the session. The chat box is full with the information, and thanks to you, sir. So many chats are there. Thank you so much, sir. It was wonderful session, and we literally enjoyed and learned a lot from it, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you,
God
sir.
bless you, and may God give all of you all a healing hand.
Thank
keep
you.
treating people and keep healing them. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Dr. Ali Irani sir is a renowned and honored personality in the field of physiotherapy. His proficiency is highly sought after in the sports world. He is the head of Department Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center at Nanavati Super Speciality Hospital, Mumbai. He is the chairperson of Physiotherapist. He is also the principal at Nmims University. His professional qualifications include Bachelor in Physiotherapy from MS University, Baroda, PhD in Sports Medicine, PhD in Anatomy of Body Movement and Dance from Bombay University, also a Doctor of Physiotherapy from NUMS, Spain. He has an extensive experience working with professional athletes at state and national level. He was the physiotherapist for Indian cricket team and has served for a very long period from 1987 to 1997. He has dealt with many niggling health issues of the cricketers. He has also helped several famous Bollywood celebrities recover from serious injuries. He is the member board of studies at Nmims University. He has worked as a researcher at Bombay Hospital from 1985 to 1986. He has presented papers on knee mobility, backache, hematome for frozen shoulder, fitness and sports injuries at various national and international conferences, and has held various workshops on physiotherapy and sports medicine at various physiotherapy and medical colleges. He has conducted a workshop for the Iranian Physiotherapy Association in 2004 and again in February 2005. He had set up Physiotherapy and Rehabilitation Center in Bhuj, Gujarat for the earthquake victims. He is the examiner and the lecturer for students of Masters of Fine Arts Dance in Bombay University. He is the PhD guide at various universities in India. He has given lecture on disaster management along with holding rural physiotherapy camps. He was awarded with Hitra Oration Award in 1994 for achievements made in the field of physiotherapy. He also has Lifetime Achievement Award by Indian Association of Physiotherapy in 2004. He was awarded Fellowship by Indian Association of Sports Medicine in 2005. He was awarded Fellowship by Indian Association of Physiotherapists in 2005. He got the Best Citizen of Indian Award in 2011 and has the Best Physiotherapist Award in Indian from Medscape in 2014. He is the patron member of Indian Association of Physiotherapists. He is the life member of Indian Association of Sports Medicine. He is the Vice President of Bombay District Sports Medicine Association. He is also the Vice President of Bombay Suburban Amateur Athletic Association. He is a member of Gujarat Physiotherapy Council as well as Maharashtra OTPT Council.